to you, Prime Minister, this letter is just for you. My intention was to give you this letter when the election was true. But since Dr. Rowley was stepping down, I figured I couldn't wait. I'm reading it now.
I'm reading it now.
Before it's too late.
Before it's too late.
I hear people say the PNM wasting the nation's time. I hear people say the UNC go scrape every last dime. And some couldn't choose between bad and worse, so I had to write this plea for the next leader of this country.
Cause we need to see
a nation full of success. We need a leader addicted to progress. Someone who's not here for the money and always giving us transparency. A leader with a clear destination and a direction that we will see. Most respectfully,
to whom this may be.
Some people say bad politics slowing this nation down, and some people say implementation is where we does go wrong. But I say that they both are true, and that's what we need to see to fix our style of democracy. Some people say this moving world keeps on evolving, and some people say our infrastructure needs some upgrading. That's why I hope this letter you read for these issues to resolve, so sweetie auntie could start to evolve.
Cause we need to see
ministries that competent, information you'll get in 10 seconds, public servants who will answer the phone and give you advice with a pleasant tone. Should take you the whole day. It's time we stop playing I what we was see. Most respectfully,
to whom this may be.
I used to play I was sheriff when I was a little boy. But when I see they arrested Earl, I'm glad my gun was just a toy. It reminds me there are few ways up and 1,000 ways to fall. Life's not just for one, but that goes for all. Many leaders in this land put the guilty or innocent, and it's hard for the people to truly know, so they will judge your intent. So before you walk in that big office, take a look at your character and have a long chat with Almighty Father. Cause we need to see power without ego. Take a ride on the bus, let people know. Don't be too much on your high horse, but be confident whenever time calls. Careful how much your leaders put one pot. Them things have to stop. I what we was see. Most respectfully,
to whom this may be.
this is written in the future tense, with hopes that you are a leader of great poise and great resilience. One who structures TNT with its local policies, not from global powers, but what the nation needs. I'm not going to lecture you on what's right and what is wrong, but I ask you based on the people's needs, keep your ears down on the ground. And don't be like Gillian Bishop and not care what the people think, cause you could still learn from the babes and sucklings. Cause we need to see TNT in the World Cup. Innovation from young people don't stop. A culture in the street to hang we emblem high. So soca go stop trying to eat we pie. A leader who strike pain to criminals, that is critical. That's what we was see.
That's what we was see.
Most respectfully,
to whom this may be.
You're listening to the Street 919 FM, your destination for the best music around. All the hits and timeless classics on the Street 919 FM.
Relevant question today. Now that the man retire, people spitting fire, and every talking head having their say. For in this mixed up land that we call Trinbago, many times it does just boil down to race. They say that one side like African and the next prefer East Indian. But this way of choosing leaders is a disgrace. Yeah, why? Because a leader must help his country to rise. A good leader. Be able to motivate and then mobilize. A good leader. And that leader must be one whose vision is clear. Holding ethics and integrity. Yeah. A good leader. Oh yes, a leader should humble and competent. Know how to cut a path where there is no trail, not a gambler or a drinker. That is not what this nation needs. Not stumbling about like a tumbleweed. Should be stable with family values, not looking for young girl to breed. Blessed is the one who's born to lead. Good leaders are born up made, setting standards this get trade. Blessed is the one who's born to lead. A mentor, a teacher, a trainer. Experience is their greatest tool. Should be discerning, yet forever learning. One who doesn't gladly suffer fools. And in a world that loves a maximum leader, he must know when to let go and delegate. Must be the most able of his peers, not driven by petty fears. And though he can, don't always dominate, because a leader must be blessed with wisdom also. A good leader know when to take it front and when to follow. A good leader. And a leader must be the one to set the template. So those coming after could duplicate. Oh yes, a leader should let his instincts prevail. Know how to cut apart where there is no trail. Not a gambler or a drinker, that is not what this nation needs. We don't need another trumpet indeed. His heart should beat with courage, not be coward or weak-kneed. Blessed. Good leaders are born not made, and thieving is not their trade. Blessed is the one. We don't want someone always thinking small. No, no. No, no, no. Not a leader at all. At all, at all. One who always fools drinking alcohol. No, no. Not a leader at all. At all, no Casanova. Always chasing skirts. Treachery, that they ought to hurt. My, no, 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 not a leader at all. My, whoa, whoa, oh yeah, we don't want that. We can't handle that. Trickster, a con man, a hustler. We don't need someone specialized in fraud, but one to be respected and never rejected. Here at home and especially abroad, they don't have to be a lawyer or doctor. Their first degree should be common sense. And when it's time to decide, you cannot run, you cannot hide. A firm stand he must take, don't sit on the fence. Because a leader mustn't drift like sinking sand. A good leader, by the courage of his convictions, he should stand. A good leader, and a leader can't bend with every wind that passes. A good leader, to his values and principles, hold fast. A good leader, oh yes, a leader should be brave and competent. For what he believes in, go to every length. Not someone seduced by flattery. That is not what this nation needs. We don't need another trumpet, indeed. Should be stable with family values, not looking for young girl to breed. Blessed. Good leaders are born. Using race to divide us is not their trade. Blessed. Oh, blessed. Yes. Good leaders are born, not made. And thieving is not their trade. Blessed. Oh, blessed. Yes. Good leaders are born, not made. Leaving us better off is their trade. Blessed is the one who was born to lead. Love you.
Real.
I want the truth.
Straight.
You can't handle the truth.
And fair.
I seek righteousness.
The official station that defends the nation. The Street 91 FM.
Good afternoon, Trinidad and Tobago. Good afternoon to those of you locked on and stayed locked on to the Street 919 FM. I am Pastor Google with you, and I am here until 4 o'clock. And today is going to be very interesting. So, I want you to get yourselves in front of whatever you get yourself in front of, your television, your radio, whatever you normally would listen to us by. Because today we're going to be talking to Senior Counsel Martin Daly. and he is going to be giving us some information about the Constitution. And was it constitutionally right what the president did yesterday? So we're going to be having Senior Counsel Martin Daly on the street, 919 FM. He has spoken to me earlier today. And sometimes, you know, I'll tell you something at Trinidad and Tobago. Sometimes some people underestimate or who you are. And I could safely say that sometimes I really don't, think that people so much interested in what I have to say. But I'll tell you this though. After talking to Senior Counsel, I realized that there are a lot of people who listen to me who I would not think listen to me. You know that? So today at 2:30, Senior Counsel Martin Daly will be on with me. He's going to be talking about the Constitution of Trinidad and Tobago. Was it lawful what happened yesterday? And he's going to be giving me all the information that I would need and to inform and educate and the listeners of the Street 919 FM. So today we're going to be talking about that. I also have some videos I want to show you of some young people and what do they think and what do they have to say about the politics of Trinidad and Tobago. So yeah, I have some of those videos to show for you. So there are so many things, so many pressing things happening. And yesterday we would have seen the new cabinet, which would have been about 5 persons, may have changed portfolios. So we have a new Minister of Finance, we have a new Minister of Housing, we have Minister of National Security, we have a new Minister of Public Utilities, and we have an added minister to the Ministry of Finance, an addition to the Ministry of Finance. So those are some of the things that we're going to talk about also. I want to hear your views on. And so again, let me say thank you to those of you joining me on Facebook. And yep, those of you joining me on YouTube. And I'm seeing you coming on Fast and Furious on YouTube. So let me say thank you to you guys for joining me on YouTube. And you can also share the link. Make sure and share the link, our YouTube link, so that persons who not okra with our new link can be so driven and be aware. All right. So please share the link and tell someone to come on. So Senior Counsel Daly will be with me today. All right, Senior Counsel Daly would be with me today at 2:30. Remember, at 1 o'clock, from 1 to 2, you have Bishop Aaron Williams, who's going to be coming on. All right. So, so as I said before, we have new positions, some new ministers coming in. So we have Ms. Camille Robinson Regis, who is the Attorney General, new Attorney General. You have Mr. Adrian Leons, who has taken over the Ministry of Housing. You have Mr. Marvin Gonzal, Minister Marvin Gonzal, who is the Minister of who's the Minister now of National Security. And then you have a new Minister of Finance. I'm trying to remember his name, but he was the not the ambassador. He was the it just slipped me. But he was the what is this? I'm trying to remember the name they call them. But he was the one. He was the person over in the UK, and then you have a new added minister to the Ministry of finance. All right. And, yep. So, there's certain things that's making the news, and I hope that you all are aware of it. All right. UNC on unlawful appointment of Young to the United National Congress, the opposition has strongly condemned what is called the latest assault on democracy. So the UNC is saying that they do agree, which I do expect them to. All right, and what else is there in the news? So Watson Duke on Sandals, PDP leader Watson Duke says he was never against Sandals. Really? Interesting. Very interesting. Right? So yeah, we have so many things to talk about, but we're gonna do it piece by piece. We're gonna get through it today. All right. So again, let me say congratulations to those to the new appointees, and we're gonna go from there. All right. So yesterday, the media would have asked our new minted Prime Minister to talk about what's his thoughts about the UK and the visa restrictions that we are on. And TV6 would have brought a report on it. So I just want you to hear what he had to say. Again, let me say thank you to those of you joining me on YouTube and on Facebook. Those silent listeners on the radio, thank you all very much also for joining on the radio.
It was a historic and unprecedented moment.
I, Stuart Richard Young, do swear by Almighty God that I will bear true faith and allegiance to Trinidad and Tobago, and will uphold the Constitution and the law, that I will conscientiously and impartially and to the best of my ability discharge my duties as Prime Minister.
Unlike the other 7 Prime Ministers before him, Senior Counsel Young took his oath of office as the head of the government before the holding of a general election, as outgoing Digomartin West MP, Dr. Keith Rowley, officially began his retirement as the head of the government. The new Prime Minister is also not presently the leader of the party to which he belongs.
As we begin this new chapter together, this is my commitment to you. I will lead with integrity, inclusion, and accountability. We will harness our unique strengths, diversity, and aspirations to build a future where every citizen has the opportunity to thrive. We will put aside differences, leverage our collective experiences and expertise, and champion the necessary reforms to transform and strengthen our nation and uplift our people.
Among those present for the beginning of that new chapter at President's House were the Chief Justice, government MPs, and Prime Minister Young's 2 sons, his mother, father, brother, and sister-in-law. After having taken his oath of office and receiving his instrument of appointment from President Christine Kangaloo, the new Prime Minister spoke with the media.
One of the things that TV6 News sought clarification from the new Prime Minister is an issue that is one of a diplomatic nature.
The matter resulted from what the British government has said was a significant increase in the number of unjustified asylum applications by Trinidad and Tobago nationals at the UK border. The government of Trinidad and Tobago has said these were a relatively small number of persons.
Will one of those priority issues for U.S. Prime Minister be the issue with the UK, the visa regime and so on? Because Dr. Rowley had very strong comments about that at the PNM meeting last night.
We have already engaged the UK government with the people here also, at least one of their government ministers, I've already had a meeting with that government minister virtually. I've made certain requests, and yes, that is one of the areas I will fight for Trinidad and Tobago in every way possible to build a better Trinidad and Tobago from the strong foundation that we have.
Opposition leader Kamla Prasad-Bissessa has questioned the foundation of Mr. Young's appointment as Prime Minister, as she claims it is unconstitutional and has threatened legal action on behalf of her party.
It is up to the leader of the opposition and every citizen of Trinidad and Tobago as how they want to go forward with Trinidad and Tobago. I am not going to be hindered in any way by anyone who does not want what is best for Trinidad and Tobago. There may be legal parameters, etc., but so be it. And let's wait. Let's wait and see how it unfolds. I'm not going to presuppose it, but I will do all I can on your behalf. I have said I will continue to fight for Trinidad and Tobago. I will continue to do what I need to do to build a better Trinidad and Tobago. So I ask the opposition and the leader of the opposition to join with me to build a better Trinidad and Tobago, and that's as much as I can do. And I ask that with clean hands and a clean heart.
Prime Minister Young maintained a focus of his new administration is unity. Jewel Brown, TV6 News.
Right, so let me thank Jewel for that that report. So yeah, so you heard what Prime Minister Young had to say about our relationship with Britain and how we are going about trying to mend the relationship. All right, so as I said to you just now, we are going for a paid segment with Bishop Aaron Williams in a short bit at 1 o'clock. And when we come back, we're going to continue to have our discussion here on the Street 919 FM with Senior Counsel Martin Daly, who is going to give us his point of view on what happened yesterday with the swearing in of the new Prime Minister, Mr. Stuart Young. Let's see. Hello, good morning. Good afternoon.
Pastor Google, a pleasant good afternoon to you. Pastor Google, first I want to congratulate the new Prime Minister, Stuart Young, on being selected as the new Prime Minister. You know, Pastor Google, but there's breaking news that we went from one bully Prime Minister to our next bully Prime Minister.
All right, Wall Street. I have to go for a paid segment. Wall Street, I have to go to our paid segment.
All right.
I have to go to our paid segment. So we're getting ready to go to Bishop Aaron Williams. Don't touch your dial. Stay right here on the Street 99 FM. All right, so coming up next, we have Bishop Aaron Williams, who's going to take us straight until 2 o'clock. And then I come back from 2, and we go straight into our interview. We prepare for our interview with Mr. Martin Daly.
The Street 919 FM, your go-to for insightful political discourse. Stay informed, stay engaged, and join the conversation. Connect with us online for the latest updates and thought-provoking discussions. Street 919 FM, the official station that defends the nation. You're listening to the Street 919 FM, your destination for the best music around. All the hits and timeless classics on the Street 919 FM.